The problem with a sound or a mix that's super clean and shiny is that usually they end up feeling a bit cold, artificial, or even worst case, soulless. Of course, that pristine style may have its place, but the reason that people get so riled up over analog versus digital or start a riot on social media over MPC converters is that usually you want your sounds to have that soul in them, that grit, that dirt. On the MPC, there are already ways of getting that sound, like Air Flavor Pro, for example. That's one of my favorite plugins on the whole platform. However, with so many parameters and options to choose from, it can become a bit too much to deal with, especially if you're just looking for that quick fix. But what if I told you that now there's a new alternative for making your tracks sound like they spent the last decade locked up in your grandma's attic, and that it's just as easy as turning a knob? This is MSX II Audio's Lo-Fi Dirt. It's a saturator, a compressor, a filter, a bit crusher, and it can help you get from, as the kids say, a mid sound to that sweet spot. No cap. In this video, I'll show you some of the cool ways that I've been using it to add some character and vibe to my pianos, my samples, and my synths. Before we start, AKAI is not paying me to make this video and my opinions here are my own. But please note that they did send me a not for resale serial number so I could try out Lo-Fi before the release. So in your effects section, you're going to want to go into harmonics, and we're going to see this baby right here, Lo-Fi Dirt. And this page is pretty much all there is to it. You have two sliders that set the input and the output gain, this huge character knob which adjusts the amount of audio coloration and character that will be applied to the signal, and 6 different modes of coloration and character here on the top. So let's hear what each one of them can do. The first one here is the MSX II, and it adds some saturation and compression to your sound. It's the most subtle of the whole bunch, but I also think that it's probably the one with the widest range of general usability. I'm going to demo this on a Jura patch that I have here. I only have the Lo-Fi Dirt and just the smallest splash of Air Delay Pro. I'm going to A/B test them so you can hear the difference, but before I do, I highly recommend you get some headphones since YouTube compression will probably make the lower settings harder to hear on this model. So here's my dry sound. And now with Lo-Fi. Off. On. Now, the Jura is by far my favorite synth on the MPC, and I already think it sounds pretty warm, but I do like how the Lo-Fi gives it just the tiniest boost without really messing with the original patch. Now, Lo-Fi 60 is based on an iconic drum machine, and it applies 12-bit saturation with small amounts of compression, and it shaves off a bit of the high end. Now, I have this Nacht patch loaded up here that we're going to absolutely destroy in the best way possible. So here's my dry sound. And now let's start. Almost radio frequency gone wrong here. Oh man, that's gnarly. Now, this should sound amazing with drums as well, so let's load in some drums and see what we can do. This is my dry sound. Now let's add a bit of that Lo-Fi. Oh, that's crunchy. I don't know if you guys have played Dead Cells, but this reminds me of that like immediately. Let me know in the comments below which one you're digging the most. Up next are my two favorite models by far, the 404F and the 404V. The F will give you some soft filtering and it really sounds great. I'm going to demo it to you by playing a factory preset on the stage piano on the MPC. I set up this Trax automation in a way that while I'm playing it, the character knob will turn in increments until it reaches 100%. Now I really love how it sounds in the 60 to 90% range, so look out for that. I'm going to play this piano softly so you can listen carefully in detail to how the tone of the piano changes while I play. I love this piano. Sweet spot right there. Now filtering way up. underwater. Ah, man, I really love that one. Now, especially in a mix, you don't want your piano to eat up all the frequencies, so I really think this does a great job of making it more manageable in the context of being with other instruments, while keeping the sound really interesting. Now, the 404V is going to add some vinyl emulation to the mix. In this mode, you can use the fader levels to adjust the amount of vinyl noise and the knob to dial in that intensity. I'm going to demo it really quickly with the piano again. Now, the 1200 is based on another well-known drum machine, and it's like a punchier variation on the 60 that also has 12-bit saturation and boosts up the low and the mid frequencies. Now, let's play some samples with this thing. This is my dry mix. Let's add a bit of that low-fly dirt. Gotta say, it's pretty cool. Now, the 8-bit model is one that I really appreciate because it'll take you right back to your childhood. It's based on those classic game consoles, and if you close your eyes, you can almost see yourself jumping on some Goombas. Here, I'm going to be using the low-fly to process external audio, and it's really great at doing it. This is pretty cool bass that I found on my MiniFreak. But listen to what happens if we put some 8-bit on it. And listen to that, just begs you to jam out. So much fun. I wonder what happens if we put some vocals on this. Now, I have my usual chain of effects, the compressor, delay, and reverb, but at the end of the chain, I'm gonna add some of that low-fly dirt. I just can't believe it. You just walked out the door. My eyes see that you don't want me anymore. Nice. Definitely gonna add that to my chain. If you're still here and you enjoyed this video, please remember that you can greatly support my channel with something as simple as just clicking the like button, subscribing, or leaving me a comment, even if it's just to say hi. If you want more content like this and access to my music and Dollars Jams, please visit my Patreon page, where there's an amazing community waiting and simply the most awesome Discord gang there is. If you want to see another amazing way to use your MPC, you might want to check out this video right here. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video useful, or at least entertaining. Have a great week. I'll see you next time.